Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Randy's Advice with me, Randy Prizzle. How you guys all doing out there? Everything good, shway, crispy, irie? Let's get on to this episode. An advice for another poor sod out there. Let's see what this poor sod is saying. I've been doing adult videos for extra cash in college. Let's find out more. Let's find out more. So I study. That's already bad grammar at the start already from her. So I'm studying, but let's just keep it going. So I'm studying engineering at a top school through a scholarship. And while I obviously have a paid ticket, I also need spare cash. My adopted parents are very upper class and would massively look down on me if they knew what I was doing. However, my dad specifically, has always told me not to ask for handouts or expect much from them once I got to college. That compounded with the fact that they were extremely upset that I didn't use my natural gifts and accept the sports scholarship I was offered, preferring to focus on academics instead. I met this girl who was in the industry. Oh God, here we go. And we got talking. She put me onto a few people, and since then, it's been a pretty decent source of income for me during my first year. Yeah, I probably don't earn as much as a lot of people do working through college, but I also don't have to worry, or also don't have to work, too many hours and get paid a decent amount when I do. I feel like a bit of a disappointment though. Like, I would really be looked down on if anyone from back home knew. Well, um, where do we start here? There is better ways of earning money to do cash in college, to get to college or anything like that. I get sometimes it's very difficult for some people out there because the ranges of how much it costs to get into these colleges is crazy. I've only heard of them, especially American colleges. It's through the roof. But to be doing this adult videos, getting your knickers off, I don't know specifically what you do because you've not specified, but I'm probably thinking it might be down the depths or realms of where you're getting plucked by different men. If that's the case, then it's not a good look. That's all I'm saying there. I mean, it really isn't. But the thing is, if you're not well known and you're not in the spotlight and people don't know of you, then you might have got a bit of life. Do you know what I mean? In terms where you potentially can still get away with it. But there will probably be that family member one day who probably just sifts through this internet and has a look and somehow may find your video. And when that day does come, that probably information will be passed on to your parents. And your parents will find out what you do for a living or what you did do, because it might be probably past tense. And that's going to cause a problem. It's going to cause a ruckus. It's going to cause an argument. It's going to cause a fight. They may want you out of their house. And it's probably not going to be a good look. It really isn't. My simple advice for you is to probably just stop what you're doing. Just get a normal job. Um, this is not the way to try to live a life. Because these things eventually will catch up to you and they will fall back on you. Because somehow people will find out, and they always do at the end. These things don't get hidden under a rug or hidden under a carpet. You're lucky if they do, because all it takes is one search, or someone who knows of you, or someone who used to know you, or someone who used to work alongside you, or someone who used to know you from school, someone who used to know you from kindergarten, a teacher who used to know you. It takes any one of them, and that information gets passed around, especially if you live in a small town. Because the thing is, if you do live in a small town, it would be found out very soon what you do for a living, um, and how you get by. Listen, I don't think it's bad that you've decided to focus on academics. You do what you feel that you need to do in terms of studying to go far in what you need to go far in. But I just think turning to the adult videos, it's not great in terms of obviously to maintain and stick with a future where you want to go. It might not be a good look, and if colleagues down the future get wind of your past videos, they may not want to employ you anymore, and you may have to turn back and do the adult scene stuff. So, my simple advice is just to quit doing it. I mean, if it's just probably your stuff, you're just showing people bits on OF, then you might be able to get a bit of leeway. Might, and that's using it very slimly. But if you're getting buck wild, yeah, you might as well just find a way to delete it all. Go to the internet peoples or the streaming services and find a way to just get it deleted, because it won't be a great look for you, and it will come back to bite you in the future. That's all I've got to say there. So just stop. Just quit. You know what I mean? If it's too late, then continue doing what you're doing, because your employees won't want to employ you. And that's all I'm going to say there, because the stigma around it is that once you've done that, there is no room for entry anymore. Now, listen, some girls have found the way through, and the Mia Khalifas of this world, and some of them, Lana Rhodes, gone on to do some podcasts and appear on sports channels and that. I mean, somehow it's happened for them, but I don't think you're in the same realms and depths of them. So I would just say just to stop and just try to brush it off like it never really happened. But that's all I can really give, to be honest. So yeah, take it or leave it. And that's my advice for that poor sod out there. I mean, just don't be that poor sod. But yeah, till next time, guys. Sod off. Go on. Sod off.